So this week there have been multiple companies that have been putting out woke advertisements and products. So we have the North Face's Summer of Pride advertisement with a drag queen wearing a dress that's made out of a North Face tent or something. We have Ford with their gay truck, which actually this one was from 2022, but I think people just discovered it because of all of the other ads, Bud Light and all that stuff that's going on. And then we also have the tuck-friendly bathing suit from Target, which is supposedly a female bathing suit that men are supposed to wear. So this has had a devastating effect on the stock price of some of these companies. We'll talk about it in a moment. But first, let's have a little fun and let's actually watch some of these ads. We'll start with the North Face one. So let's see if we can. Here we go.
Nature lets you be who you are. Even gay. Ladies and gentlemen, you are cordially invited to the Summer of Pride with my friends at the North Face. We're traveling all the gay across America, and everyone's invited. That means you,
Me.
and you,
Hello.
and you.
Wow.
Not you, though. You're too cute. Okay, just kidding. You can come. Put on your boots and come out. Side with us. See you there, besties. Don't you think this is all a little intense? I mean, look at you. You're in a literal tent right now. But no, this event will not be intense. Everyone is invited. Everyone is welcome. It's going to be so fun.
What do you think, Mike?
Oh man, I don't even know what to think about this at this point. I'm like, really? Like,
Yeah.
damn, like, couldn't you just do like a skiing commercial and like show somebody jumping off of cliffs and like climbing Mount Everest like you used to?
Yeah.
Like, is your target audience really drag queens trying to travel in tents? Like, that's your target. You know, he was tenting in the dress tents.
I mean, when you really think about it, the whole thing is just so weird. Like, who watches? Like, I've never in my life had the urge to go and see a drag show. It's not a mainstream, form of entertainment. And it's very obvious that there's an agenda right now that is trying to take this drag, this woman face, which is essentially what it is. It's making fun of women. If you did blackface, it would cause an outcry. Woman face is basically the exact same thing. All right. It's, in my opinion, it's a caricature, a cartoonish version of a female makeup done by a man. I think it's making fun of women. And also how the guy was in her dress at the end. I mean, that's kind of a little bit of a kind of sexual kind of thing going on there too. It's like, when you really think about it, it's like, why is there a guy under someone's dress? Like, you wouldn't do that. Okay, I know it's a tent, but
but the innuendo is all there.
It's all there, isn't it? And it's not even well produced. Like the thing of like those little eyes and the little cuddly toy, and it's like, a child could have thought of that.
That's what really got me, and I was like, why are they having a back and forth with a fake rabbit in the middle of a road with fake? Well, I was just like, who approved this marketing plan, and
Right.
Why? Did they think they were going to drive consumers to their products through this advertising? Advertising's goal is to drive consumers to purchase and to have awareness about your product in order for them to purchase sometime now or down the road. What percentage of the population is a drag queen?
Yeah, like
literally
0.00001 or something.
Or even if it's 2%, even let's just say it's 2%. 2% of all men walking around are drag queens. Right?
Or interested in drag queens.
You got to be a man to be a drag queen. You got to start as a man, right? So now you have to be a drag queen. So 50% of the population are men. So out of 50 men, 2 of them are drag queens. Let's say. Sounds insane to me, but let's just say they are. You're still only targeting 2% of the population with this advertisement.
Right. It seems like they went the opposite way around. Like, they were given a brief. We need an ad with a drag queen in it. And then they created the ad from that. Not, let's look at our target audience. Let's think up, what would entice them to buy the North Face products. I've got literally my whole skiing outfit is North Face. It's like $800 outfit, right? The jacket is like 400, the pants are like 300.
Me
This
too.
is the mid layer, right? You too, right? Let's move on to the next ad. This one's actually from 2022. This was the Ford gay truck ad. It's coming. Wow. That
So-
truck looks really tough, doesn't it?
So to me, that's less disturbing, like leaps and bounds less disturbing. In my mind, from the last ad that we just saw going to this one, all right, I look at the guy that used to race for DuPont in the NASCAR series, Jeff Gordon. He had rainbow on his DuPont car the whole time, all through the 90s and early 2000s. So it's like,
But was the rainbow representing something? Or was it just rainbow?
Really, I mean, you can look at it however you want, but it was always a joke amongst the NASCAR community. Jeff Gordon's gay, and it was like, whatever, it makes sense. But like, there is nothing really wrong with a rainbow, and so like,
Right.
even this like, this is okay in my book. I'm like, all right, whatever, dude. You guys want to do this? Cool. Like, oh, Ford tough. I don't care.
You're okay with the gay truck. All right, that's cool.
Yeah.
Personally, I find that flag, I just don't see the point of it because, the United States flag already represents everyone. I mean, the whole point, it's the Union flag. This was used to fight against slavery. This fought the Civil War. This is the flag of the Union that opposed slavery. It represents, there's a lot of stuff it represents, the civil rights movement, like everything. So it's kind of like, well, why do we need this other flag, this rainbow flag? I've met gay people in my life who don't necessarily even really identify with this flag or this like culture that they're supposed to fit into, this rainbow thing. They're just normal people, I think it's a little strange, especially a pickup truck, which you imagine the clientele for a pickup truck are going to be like tough men, like builders, and it's not really the clientele. Why?
Poor targeting, poor marketing,
Right.
agree
Yeah.
100%. Like, oh, I waste your money. Who approved that, and where did they think they were going with it?
Exactly. Exactly. It's just weird. It's just weird. But again, a rainbow, it's not really particularly offensive. It's I agree with you. Let's check out this bathing suit from Target.
You guys see this? It's tuck friendly. You see? Extra tuck. It's awesome.
We're at Target, checking out their tuck-friendly Pride collection. That's right, guys. Extra crotch coverage, tuck-friendly construction. Thank you, Target.
So this is a comedian. There's been a lot of outrage about this so-called tuck-friendly bathing suit. Now, if you don't know what that is, you might not. It's a bathing suit that's a female bathing suit, but it's designed for like biological men to wear, and presumably it has a little pocket where you can tuck your male private parts into so that you appear more like a woman. You appear to not have a bulge there. I think that the thing that people are really outraged is that this is kind of a lot of this stuff in Target is actually targeting children. Like obviously he was wearing an adult size one, but there's a lot of the Pride stuff that they're putting in because we're coming up to the month of, I think it's June, right? Pride month, where every company changes their logo to a rainbow for a whole month. Hey, anyone in the audience, if you're celebrating Pride month, like whatever, nothing against you. but we're just kind of against the whole agenda targeting kids with it. People have found a lot of this clothing in the kids section. It's taken $9 billion off of Target's stock price because people have been boycotting it. And interestingly as well, the app Public Square, which is a sort of, I guess you could say, conservative marketplace or family values based marketplace where they pick non-woke businesses and they promote them and stuff. Their app crashed today because there was so much traffic because of all these things that like Target and etc. That have been happening this week with these woke companies causing people to boycott them. They actually had so much traffic that their whole website and app crashed because people are searching for non-woke products to buy.
The Target stuff is all over everywhere right now. And I was having a conversation earlier and I was like, bottom line is it's a sexually related conversation. And anybody who has not gone through puberty should not be engaged in these conversations because their mind is not in that area. Their mind does not revolve around that subject in any way, shape, or form. You're introducing something that should not be introduced to a child. And so, you know, that's the biggest hang up I have with it. Like, you do whatever you want. But what I do care about is sexualizing a child.
Yeah, they have no understanding of it. Children are impressionable and they follow along with what older kids do, right? So some kids, you know, maybe 8 or 9 years old, they see older kids getting into that stuff and they sort of pretend to be into it too, but they actually don't understand it at all. They don't have the desires, they don't have the urges and stuff. So they really can't understand it. And certainly, you know, the whole agenda they have going on right now where they're sort of targeting kids with the trans kind of stuff is really, it's very disturbing because a child, you know, they cannot make a decision on, I mean, you have to be 18 to get a tattoo, 21 to drink alcohol. You can't make a life-changing decision about your body as a little kid. So it's, yeah, it's very irresponsible. I think it's very interesting as well, though, with these companies now, because like literally every major company is woke, right? I mean, like they all sign up to this ESG stuff, you know, under the guise of equality. And what we're seeing with these like smaller companies actually getting a big audience through Public Square and other, you know, organizations that promote non-woke companies is kind of like a parallel economy. So I think it's actually a really optimistic kind of time where you've got this this stuff developing with a grassroots movement of people saying, we'll make our own beer. We're not going to buy Bud Light. Let's go and buy beer from our local brewery of some, you know, founded by a veteran or who, you know, is a small business or something. Let's support those guys who, right? I think it's great. So very excited to see like where this whole boycott of woke companies goes.